We Got Married a drama in Korea?
We Got Married is not technically a drama. It's more of a reality/variety type show.
So why does it get mixed up with Korean dramas?
Because it stars Korean actors that you see in dramas, and it's as entertaining as any drama I've ever seen, if not possibly more.
So what sets it apart from regular Korean dramas?
What sets it apart from regular Korean dramas is it's supposedly not scripted, and instead of having a whole storyline that they follow, it kind of shows organic relationships. They take two famous people, they stick them together, and they said, okay, you're in a relationship. Act like it. Along with little side missions.
Does it take already famous people, or does it take kind of be your C-list actors and make them famous?
Well, it's actually done both. It's taken some really famous people, in some cases, famous singers that haven't really been known as actors and actresses, and shot them to fame. At the same time, it's taken some A-list actresses and also some B-list and C-list actresses and actors and showed them off. Although I will say some of your top A-list actors and actresses wouldn't be on it because they charge too much. Because it's a regular reality style show, you have reoccurring characters. A lot of your A-list actresses and actors will go on a reality show for one episode, or maybe 2 or 3 episodes, but they won't sign on for an entire season, because this prevents them, if you will, from actually attaching themselves to drama projects, and that's where they make the bulk of their money. For example, in season 1, Hyung-joon was very popular. The lettuce couple, I talked about them before. My favorite couple on We Got Married. He got signed on for Boys Over Flowers. Prior to this, he really wasn't known as an actor. He was known as a singer of SS501. But because of his popularity on We Got Married, people started to notice him, and they wanted to put him in this drama that everybody knew was going to be a hit. Because Boys Over Flowers is an automatic hit. It's been done multiple times in multiple countries, and every time it's really popular. So when he signed on for Boys Over Flowers, it was the end of the couple. He had to, stop his contract with We Got Married, and they had a goodbye episode, but yeah.
Season 1 was obviously the most popular.
Season 1 was the most popular with the foreign community only because it was the one season that was translated. You can find translations of episodes for other seasons, but, in a database looking at 50 or more at a time that are all subtitled, that only happened with the first season. Especially because with the second season, they started a whole new kind of, we're only going to follow one couple instead of following 4 or 5 couples. But then they realized that wasn't going to be a hit, and they switched back to the old way of doing We Got Married. But because they had that transition in the second season, a lot of the popularity, especially with the foreign community, died down.
Is the goal of NBC to make this We Got Married variety show popular with foreigners?
The goal is not to make it popular with foreigners because they haven't really translated it. It's fans of the drama that have gone out and done the translating themselves. Which is the case with most dramas. A few exceptions being they're starting to translate them for things like Netflix for the American community. However, if you go on the We Got Married website, which you actually can, it's still being aired now, the entire website is in Korean. It's not English friendly.
So you're saying that NBC or whichever channel makes We Got Married has a website that's only written in Korean language?
Yes.
Why do you think that is? Do they not care about gaining a popularity or gaining a following outside? Is that because it's not broadcast live outside Korea?
Part of the reason why is because I think they really don't realize how big their audience is outside of Korea. I think they're just now starting to become aware that a lot of, for example, the Asian community, the Western community, people outside of Korea really do like Korean dramas. And they're just now starting to realize that. They know that things like We Got Married are popular. There was a Chinese spin-off of it. But, you know, sometimes they sell rights to Japan or they sell rights to China. Right now, they're starting to sell rights to the American company Netflix. But up until recently, I don't think that they really understood how popular this subculture, if you will, actually is outside of the Korean community. My students, for example, are still amazed that I like Korean dramas. You know, if I use an example from a Korean drama in class to just wake them up, they're just immediately interested. But no, Korean TV is designed for Korean people only.
Do you think there's money to be made for NBC or for the Korean channels in general from the foreign population by broadcasting it on television, or is everything just going to be for free on YouTube and streaming websites?
I know. It's not I think. I know that there definitely could be revenue in this if they actually woke up and started to pay attention. Like I said, they're starting to branch out into these other cultures and, you know, letting them buy rights to it and including subtitles. But it's been such an underground culture for so long. They are cracking down. It is getting more and more difficult to watch them online, to stream them online. But I think they haven't gotten to the point where they've made it accessible to everyone with multiple languages available.
Back in, say, the 1960s, music groups started popping up. Elvis, for example, in the United States, the Beatles in the UK, where their music went global. It went global, and everyone around the world listened to American music, British music, and for a long time now, people in the United States, people in Britain, these other countries, believe and expect that their art, their music, whatever the multimedia may be, is going to be popular around the world. Why do you think it is that in 2012, going into 2013 now, Koreans are just starting to open up to the idea that, hey, our stuff might be popular?
Well, I think part of it is it took so long for one Korean star to actually become huge. Psy is definitely changing this whole aspect of how Koreans see how their culture may be accessible to other people.
Don't you think that Koreans thought Rain was going to be that guy, that crossover guy, like fully crossover to popularity in the West and the United States, for example, and Rain wasn't that guy. It's funny how it ended up being Psy, who's got, you know, who doesn't have the perfect six-pack and the perfect body and the perfect look, yet he has something that the others don't, and that's the ability to sit down with, say, Ryan Seacrest and do an interview in English, complete English, for an American audience. Don't you think the Koreans are surprised by that?
Okay, I think I know that they are. Okay, talking to Korean people here, they're amazed that Psy is so popular. And it's not like they didn't try to get Rain to become popular. They have stuck him in multiple movies, Speed Racer, what was the other one? The Ninja Assassin. He's been in multiple movies in the American Hollywood community. He's also been popular. His music has crossed over a little bit, to the point where, you know, there was the whole Stephen Colbert versus Rain controversy. But I think part of it is for example, I'm an American, so the USA, in the USA, right now we are at a point where we just want to laugh, have fun, and enjoy real or pretending to be real situations people. And Rain, he's too good looking. You know, he's got the 8-pack, he's got the super sexy face and stylized hair. Sai isn't like that. Sai could be your next door neighbor who sits on a lawnmower and chugs a beer. You know, I've seen him in concert. And when I saw him in concert, I was completely amazed because you have this guy, he does have a punch. He was wearing a white ruffled shirt that was sleeveless and had pink sparkly cuffs. And these Korean 20-somethings were screaming and jumping up and down. And he's fun. He doesn't take himself seriously. And I think that's something that people around the world can relate to. It's not somebody who's trying to be this idol or put on this image. It's somebody that you can relate to, you can laugh at, laugh with.
So what you're saying essentially is Koreans and what they like isn't necessarily what the West likes, and Koreans haven't fully understood what the West is really interested in, which is a real person versus the perfect image of a person, which, for example, is what they're going for when they try to develop a K-pop artist.
Okay, don't twist my words. It's not that Koreans don't like and appreciate that. They do. They really do. But it's something that they're just now grasping a hold, that the Western community, hey, they like this side of us too. So for so long,
maybe it's that Koreans don't like that side of themselves, that real side.
Maybe, but he's so popular here. And it's not even just, I mean, his popularity blew up after Gangnam Style, and that became popular. I mean, 80,000 people in Seoul Square partying it up with Psy just to watch a free concert. I mean, how many times do you have 80,000 people show up for a free concert in the US? Not something you see very often. But they love this. But I think they're just now starting to realize that, hey, this is a type of humor, a style that a lot of people like. And you don't have to be perfect. Imperfections are awesome. And that's something that I think, as a culture, have been afraid of for a long time.